Yeah, I think this is already looking a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep adding these highlights. And these highlights are really the key to a nice painting. When I see some weird stuff here which I never noticed before. After you're done, you should always look for all these small artifacts and just clean them. There are a lot of stuff you will forget. You'll be surprised at how much stuff you'll be forgetting. Okay, so I think this is looking pretty okay now. And I might even just add some more lights here. That's going to be a mistake. I need to get all these shields and make a mask from them. Because when I use this layer, it's going to use my shadows too also to make the rim light, which you don't want. I see some lines here. I'm just trying to understand where it's coming from. Okay, I think it's one of the rim lines I was just adding in. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so I think next step we should get this shields working. Because right now they're not catching the light from the sun and they're just pretty cool. I will search if there is anything that's making them cool. Yeah, it's this one is making them cool. I'm going to come and erase some part of it which is facing to the sun. Some warmth in it, and I manually add a little bit more warmth here with probably with curves. Okay, so let's look at this. And turn this into more yellowish, more red. And then come back and Control I to get rid of this. So yeah, this is again going to affect all my shadows and everything. So I think I need to get my shields again. This guy. I'm holding Alt and clicking this, and then I'm holding Shift with the Alt now and adding this. And one more time. And I let it go, and then just come and make the mask here. Control I, and it's come back. Yeah, so the shield is probably getting a lot of this shadow back, so I need to manually come and just get rid of them. So what I'll do is when these guys are selected, I'm going to hide this and paint this back in. And yeah, it's catching these a little bit more. And then now I can come and try to, yeah, screen is working very nice now. Maybe I should get my color dodge texture brush just for these small details, or actually some specks. There's gonna have a little more. I think this is working nice, and what I will do is let's try to get all these layers, the shields, Just copy them. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm just going to get my shield out from there because I'm gonna use them as silhouettes. Or you know what, I'm just gonna make some simple circle behind the boat. Just call it done. Just make a selection here, elliptical marquee tool, add one here, and then one. Actually, let's add one, a nice dark one. And just duplicate it again, place it right here. Yeah, that should be okay for now. It's just adding the shields to the other side. And I might just add some lines here. Really simple, just not too much of detail, but couple, maybe extend this up a little bit more. Get a better brush. This lasso tool, which helps a lot always to give you nice shapes. And then get back to my top layer. Call this final touches. I keep saying final touches and I keep adding them. And you need to know where to stop too. It's just like you can keep adding and then you can just do a lot that it will start to look bad. That's what you don't want to do, and you should always know when to stop. So I'm gonna add some lines here. Maybe I can get these in my different layers. I have color dodge layer on. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. Maybe I can have a small flag here too, just to add some interesting element here. Just come here and just clean it a little bit. Yeah, this already start to look nice. And then another stuff that I can add can be some these elements like this, as if they could be like weapons or anything. Just some interesting shapes here to break up this part of the ship. Just makes it a little bit more interesting for sure. And then I think this is good enough. And what I will do is to add, maybe scale down the castle, but let's do it later. I'm just gonna add a group, a folder called U5L3. And then add some color correction layers, some sun glow here with linear dodge, get a nice orange, and then get a nice brush, and start to add the light here. Control U just to make this a little bit more orange. And I can get a bigger brush to just cover this area a little bit, but I don't want it too much. And a little bit here too. And you can always come and tone down this. And then I add one more. Maybe let's see, color dodge, or again, linear dodge, which I like a lot. Just brighten this part because this is the part that I have the sun in, and this is the part where it makes it a little more dramatic. And I need to come and just add another curves layer and make this a little bit darker in the foreground and background, so we can have our eyes just rest on this boat and the sunset and don't see too much of these details. And just bring the darks a little bit more, lights up a little bit, maybe a little more. Maybe I can come and just clean some part of it. A soft brush again. Just lighten the spot up. And also I'll get another multiply layer. I just want to make this foreground a little bit darker. Not too much, of course. And just going to get another soft brush, clean it up. So just gonna flip it again one more time and check. Yeah, it's just making me lose a lot of details, so I don't want that. And also to my sky, I will go and add a little bit darkness to this part. Control I again. I think this is a little too dark. I can go and make it much less. Even my curves are a little bit too much. Maybe like 60% is okay. Yeah, I think that's good. And I think I might do one more thing to bring this castle to a smaller scale. Let's see if I need to do that, because it's a little bit big right now and I don't want it to be that much taking attention. That's the mountain, and this is my castle. Yeah, I just grab it all. And what I can do is really fast and simple. I can just get to this layer, kill everything in, so I can see it much better, much easier. I mean, let's kill the mist and everything in here and get our castle and get a little bit more highlights in there. Kill the darks, get the lights back, and then a little bit yellow, orange yellow look. Okay, and then this is going to be just hidden. And I grab a little bit softer textured brush, not too hard, not too soft. It's too strong. I can bring some of this detail back. I think I'm not using this with the right brush. Yes, it has to be a screen mode, right? So we can definitely see the sun hitting this and making some parts getting lit. Like these chimneys up here getting lit by the sun. This spot here getting lit. I think I accidentally paint over this part, so just going to raise it a little bit. Alright, the sun is just getting not too much. Okay, so I probably be stopping around here. I don't want to do it too much because I never want this castle to be having any details, so I just put some rims in it. So you don't want too much detail. This is very far away. And let's get a screen. Let's get our castle as a mask here and a little bit white rimish color. You can paint this and you can always come back later to adjust it to change the color. I think this is a better one. Okay, so let's paint this again. So this file is catching light. Just some light getting caught by here, and I will just stop here and then look at the painting a little bit more and then see if it needs to be fixed or anything has to be added, and if not, then I can just call this and just go back to exporting. Well, those shields look good. I think they will do well at the war. And now we're done with the shield and lighting. In the next lesson, I'm going to do the final touches.